Hello there everyone, how's it going? I'm Aram and welcome back to Minecraft. Alright, in the last one we went out to a bunch of warm ocean ruins and found these adorable little beans, which I'm so just happy with. It's so cute. But we didn't finish all of our work here in the little farm area I have been working on my own recently. But we have to finish the farm in this one. I want to get the path block. I want to get all the roads and all the path blocks and everything in this episode, and as well as doing the entire reason why we went out to find the sniffers in the first place, which is build the little flower garden, which I want to build here. I want to build it relatively close to what is going to be the farming shop right here, but we got some cleanup to do. We've got quite a bit of cleanup to do, so just hop into it. All right, well, the chest monster's all moved and put up. Well, actually, it's been moved like 5 feet, but it's the thought that counts. I don't really know the dimensions or the proportions I really want to use. Given that it's going to be right near the hobbit hole in general, I don't exactly know where the cutoff point to that is, actually. I'm thinking about actually keeping it thin in the beginning of it, kind of like an entranceway and all that, which might actually work better with the landscaping and the farm in general, so just start clearing out a bunch of shit. I don't want to waste any time. Okay, let's just cut it down like a flat angle kind of deal. No, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Okay, I'm definitely putting it here. I don't know how big we should make it because Minecraft does have a ton of flowers. I think I'll actually be a little bit more choosy and not just go everything. Okay, I'm gonna flip off a little bit more just to fit with the landscaping that is naturally generating as is. Okay. That looks like a good place to start. I don't know what the landscaping around it is going to look like. I mean, it's going to have to be extended because of the hobbit hole that will be built at some point. I swear it will be. I guess we start building up a little bit of a perimeter around it. It doesn't need to be exactly like the sniffer one. It can be more like these, which I think look better than the sniffer one. The sniffer one I don't really like that much, honestly. It looks rushed, honestly. All right, I think we'll start it here, actually. Okay, how are we feeling about that? That does look good. It's kind of broken up. Whatnot. So, what if we kind of continue tracing this kind of line as kind of a weird circle kind of thing? It's generally what I've done for all of them, so I don't know. I need to spell it out. Apparently I'm just daft, that's all. Okay, I kind of add this low wall here. I don't think, if it's just a flower garden and all, I don't really think it needs extremely high walls all around it. I actually think these little tiny walls look fairly good, but that it could be subject to change. I do think I want some path blocks here. I've had like path blocks on everything, so that's not really that much of a shock, I guess. But this is not going as fast as I would hope for. I'm still not sure how big I should really be making this. Like, realistically, how big of a flower garden do I need? All right, I think that's gonna do it. I'm kind of happy with this one. I feel like it could use some breaks in texture and everything here and there, and some like small additions, but I think I'm relatively happy with this one. It's definitely a work in progress, I feel, but as far as just a little flower garden, I think this will work. Now I know I have a bunch of flowers saved up and put back and all that, but I think I'm actually gonna go out. I have a flower forest that I literally never go to. Never have any reason to go to, so I think I'm just gonna dump everything in a chest and actually head out to it. Right, now I got a lighter myself there, but where's the fun in that? I think I'm actually gonna use a horse, which I have not bothered using. Like, which one is Epona and which one's Roach? I think you're Roach. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go get what we need. I don't think I'm gonna use any of the flowers from the cherry blossoms. I just don't think they work there. But we'll get some sunflowers though. That's first stop. I have plenty of these fucking things everywhere. Absolutely everything. Everywhere. I definitely want a bunch of tulips and everything like that. I think I'll ignore cornflowers. Go for the ones that don't normally grow everywhere like that, like the poppies and whatnot. Because these are the ones that are more interestingly shaped, but I need to get a few of you. Oh, and there are a bunch of tulips right here. That's awesome. Red and white. That'll be fine. Ooh, I don't know what these are called, but I do love these. They look they look very aesthetically pleasing as well. Oh, hello, bee friend. Sorry, I'm taking your food. All right, on the road. Back on the road. And I need to do more stuff with. Man, I need to do more stuff with the horses. I need to build like a whole track just to walk them on because I don't appreciate that enough. I don't get to do that enough to really appreciate it. I feel like some of the mounts in game kind of are lackluster. Like they get a little ignored, which is sad because they are fun. They're a part of the game. I feel like it's one of those things that are better on creative mode. The elytra, as soon as you get it, it takes all of your focus away from the rideable ones. It would be cool to see a few new ones though. We haven't gotten a new one in a long time. Maybe if you ever had elephants, although elephants hate that. But it is a video game, so who fucking cares? We didn't get rideable dolphins, and I'm still upset about that. That was an actual planned feature. Can I not get over the Roach? The fuck, man. How would you like to go to the glue factory? Okay, some pink tulips. Don't really want those. At least I think those are pink. The shaders and everything kind of tint the hues just a little bit. It can be a little bit hard to actually figure out what the fuck everything is. All right, there's some roses. Grab those and anything else. All right, that's all we should get. I think that's good enough. And I'll have to wait a little bit longer for torchflower and everything, but that's to be expected. Let's just head back. Just put Roach up and proceed to building. I hope we've actually got some torchflower seeds and stuff like that. Although I think they've been out of the loaded area. Ow, that was stupid. Why did I do that? Ooh, but this farm area is actually really starting to come together. I'm actually very proud of it. Also, anything cozy, I'm a sucker for it. Little fellas. They're still little. Guess we'll check back later then. All right. I'm going to save this area for the torchflowers and all of that good stuff. And I guess we just start planting. I'm not a decorator. I'm not very good at it in Minecraft specifically. It's not something I would consider to be my strong suit in any stretch of the imagination. Fuck, now that looks awful. So if any of you are take a little bit more to the decorating side of this game, any tips you have would be appreciated because I'm trying to improve on it. It's something I feel is a just big thing that I'm lacking on, honestly. Which is it's a shame because I have a ton of building to do with this entire whole project and all that. But any tips would be appreciated. I think it's too spread out. It looks random. Maybe there are places where we just don't have anything growing, or we pair flowers that look better together and kind of base them off height a little bit. I don't know. I'm talking to my butt. So who knows? Who knows what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be? All right. So I have actually taken to spreading them out just a little bit, but it still feels random. There are places like this one, which I think look really good. There and this one. Maybe it's composition that's the key to this. Because this one looks out of place slightly. The rose bushes kind of I don't know. Honestly, this is weird. This feels like a fucking puzzle. Let's see. Maybe we knock out these. How does that look? We just change the orientation of everything. Does that make it look better? Okay. That's starting to look good. it definitely is composition that is the key to this. Unfortunately, I just don't 100% know what the composition of this should be. So I still feel a bit lost in this, but I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of this. Like, that doesn't look that bad. It kind of works. It feels like it doesn't feel totally random, actually, even though it almost is, honestly. This one's fine. I don't feel like I need to touch it. Maybe we remove this one. I mean, this doesn't look like a garden. A garden is usually pretty laid out and all that, but it's not what I want to do. I want it to feel like it's been lived in and works, quite frankly. Yeah, this is so fucking pedantic. This is the most pedantic thing I think I've ever done in Minecraft, honestly. What if we bring some other things into it, like grass and bushes? How is that gonna work? That kind of actually brings it to life a little bit more. I actually really like that. I gotta be strategic about where I put them. They probably should be more towards the back, honestly. Kind of like this. They should be subtle. These shouldn't stick out too much, but... Ooh, do I have any berries? Do I have any sweet berries? Hold on. Is that... I'm on a like creative roll right now, and I don't want to stop it. Boop, boop. Ooh, I'm not throwing melon pumpkins in there. That would just look weird. Okay, I don't have sweet berries, actually, but I do have blueberries, which need to be hung, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know where we would put that. So I'll just sit on the idea, but I did grab some oddball ones here and there. Maybe we put a rock into one of the bigger ones. Can I plant mushrooms just on anything? No, I can't. There goes that idea. What about some like sneaky bamboo here and there? I could also put some fishing lines to keep them as bamboo shoots. Not fishing line. String to keep them as just bamboo shoots, which I think I actually will do. They shouldn't grow, should they? If a string is on top of them. All right, I guess I'll see when they end up growing. Let's put in this little andesite rock. I feel like it's misplaced, but that does add to it. Just put it right here. Maybe we connect these two. They don't really need the constant like path blocks and everything like that. Maybe just that there. So honestly, I think closing it off instead of opening paths up actually really makes it work. All right. Well, I think I've actually managed to pull it together a little bit more. I feel like it needs some work still, but this is looking nice, honestly. I've even added a second place where I'm going to put a fence gate, and that'll kind of connect up to the road and stuff like that. But I am actually incredibly happy with this. I feel like I managed to pull it together a little bit more. I think there needs to be some more tiny rocks here and there, but I'm actually going to go ahead and add that. I think it's just like one. Just adding them any old place will help bring it together, but it's really those little things that add life and everything to it. I'm so happy of the way this has actually turned out. I was not certain early on, but now I'm digging it. Now I'm absolutely in love with it. I think maybe one more addition to this as well is adding some like fence gate, like posts. I don't know what you would call them, but just a little bit of decoration like that as well. Ooh, hold on. I know it's been like almost 40 minutes, but has our sniffers grown? I don't know how I worded it like that, but they have, and they're stuck. Well, this was a mistake. The rocks were a mistake. Then, hey fella. Oh, you're huge, actually. I forgot how big these things were. What's it, boy? You gonna get it? Come on, just pop up a torchflower. I've been waiting for so long for this. I've been waiting literally an hour for you to do this. All right, we'll check back in later, see if we got any flowers. All right, what about some campfires, actually? I don't know how many I'll need, so I'm just gonna make 6. Well, that, I've done this with like sun gates and stuff like that. So we just put here. Put them out. What do we think of that? I'd say that looks nice. That's very cozy. That's very... God, this gives me so much serotonin. It reminds me a lot. It's starting to remind me a lot of playing Stardew, actually. Which is the most cozy game of all time, actually. If you have never played it. Which is like, working in the farm, like, as just this project, the farm and everything has been such a blast. Such a blast all around. Oh, I need to put these in more places. Those look good. Bex, you got a bulb. I mean, a bulb, but we still got a bulb. If I'm remembering right, we actually have to plant this on farmland first, and then we can transplant it. So I'll just get rid of a beetroot or something. Something I'm not gonna eat anyway. I don't know why I have a beetroot farm. Sure, borscht is delicious and all that, but I don't really need it in game. So we don't have soup. Actually, we can make soup out of that. The one time, my stupid thought is just actually a thing in the game. Of course. These things sound like they have the worst indigestion of all time. Seriously. Ooh. Actually, getting another one. Torchflower, yes. We have both of the crops now. We'll be able to put a couple in. That's all we really need. So, sure, by the time we'll get done, we'll have other things finished, hopefully. I actually like their plant stage too. Those look nice. All right, while we're waiting on the torchflower and everything, there's one more thing to do in this episode. That's actually build the path block out. But I don't really know what I'm doing with that one. I want it to be more rustic. I don't want to use the tough blocks like I do in the normal roads. So I think there's gonna have to be like a starting point, like right here. I'll actually mark it out because that's a decent enough place to start. Then it needs to transition into a more rough road that kind of looks like it's been set apart from the normal one. So I have a bunch of road designs, so let's actually go take a look at that. Okay, I actually do have a couple country roads. Ooh, that one requires mud blocks. Let's see. This looks like a pretty natural transition from this one, which is our normal road design. I think we'll borrow this one and kind of make it a little bit more patchy and probably kick out the mud blocks because I really don't have them at the moment. Bales of hay are actually a nice little touch too. So I'm thinking kind of a hybrid between these two right here. That works for me. All right, starting on the path blocks and all, I generally have a general step one to doing it, and that's kind of getting a bit ahead with the main block of whatever we're using. In this case, it is mostly coarse dirt, because I really want this to feel like it's been walked on and lived in, and the easy way to do that is actually use stuff like that, honestly. But unfortunately, this build also uses rooted dirt, which is a massive pain in the butt to find. Like, oh my god, I'm trying to be as conservative as possible with it, but unfortunately it does look good. I'm not going to worry too much about fitting in the transition between the two different road styles yet. I'm going to wait until I actually build on the rest of the roads first, because that's going to take a long time, and I'm not ready to take that project on quite yet. That's also going to be an intense bout of resource gathering. So I'm going to wait a bit on that one and just worry about getting the farm path in first. I do think that one is more important at the time being, but also here and there I'm just trying to work in occasional path blocks. Hopefully that ties it in pretty well to the rest of the build. I've even started leaving like gaps of grass in as well, because I thought that kind of helped tie it in. It makes it look like it's just been worn down over time, instead of just being something that's artificial, which I don't want. I think the one addition that this needs as well is just a little bit of those like mud blocks that were used in the other build. I do think those work and generally make it look a hair bit better. I'll probably replace some blocks like that, but that's a problem for future me. I think this might be the most relaxing project I've ever done in this series, honestly. It's so... I've said a lot, it's very cozy, and that is true, but just sitting here building in the rain and everything and all that sound effects and all the rain noise, just so fucking peaceful. I don't know if there's a specific word to describe that, but my god, it's serotonin inducing. It's It's one of the biggest joys from the series, I think. I'm definitely gonna have to look very fondly back on this moment specifically when we wrap up the series. While I am a big fan of cozy games, I don't tend to play a lot of them. I'm a big fan of stuff like Slime Rancher and Animal Crossing, and generally very chill and cozy games in general. And I think that's why I kind of lean more towards the aesthetics of more cozy environments. Like my absolute dream is to look like a character in Harry Potter. I think that's absolutely it. Just the fireplaces and more Victorian furniture and aesthetics and everything. That to me is very cozy. I don't know if that's a general thought. I mean, probably the burrow. I think most people would also agree with that one. That no one's like tailor-made to be as cozy as humanly possible, I feel. I don't know. I usually define myself as kind of an old soul. I love old aesthetics. Like I think the corporate modern stuff is kind of ugly. It's so not for me, honestly. No offense if you like it or anything, but I had a very, very short phase where I really tried to like stuff like that. I did a lot of modern builds, and I think modern houses look cool aesthetically. I think there's some cool stuff there architecturally, but cannot get into it. I will take cozy over very cool architecture any day, like honestly. God, it could be dilapidated like fucking burrow, and I'd be way more happy than in a very well put together modern house. But I think there's actually a little bit of a middle ground that is kind of unexplored, honestly, between like the older Victorian era furniture and architecture like that, and putting like a modern spin. I do think there is a little bit of an unexplored thing. It's probably just called Art Deco, actually, now that I think about it. Art Deco is another aesthetic that I love. Oh my god. It's so nice. It's just so nice. I don't know. I didn't mean to actually go on a little bit of an architecture, like, rants. Oh god damn it. Do I love stuff like that. But there's just some bits and bobs left to add, and I think I'm actually done with this area. Yeah, I think there's like some tiny bits of overgrowth and stuff in that vein left to do, but I think I'm pretty well done with it. I'm relatively happy with it. I think it needs some work. I do think it needs some work, and I need to kind of figure a way to tie everything in a little bit better, but this is mostly what I was going for, especially this little path in between all the farms. But I need to build a ton of campfires. Can I just have one more, please? I think there's one more thing to do, and it's adding in some of these gate thresholds. I don't know what to call them still. Maybe we add them in here, actually. I'll put them at like a diagonal. I don't know if these are the same Y level, but we'll find out, actually. Now, how do we do this without using an absurd amount of fireplaces? And like that doesn't look right. It looks bowed in the middle. That doesn't look right. Just at this angle, I think we're just gonna have to do this and be calm with it. Ooh, that looks nice. That kind of ties everything together a little bit more. Especially since I didn't do the little gate fences like that on any of the other ones. Okay. I think we'll generally kind of have to ditch that, though. I don't think there's a way I can pull it 100% together. So I'm gonna ditch the, even though that's a nice detail, I'm gonna ditch it. Maybe we'll replace it with like lanterns or something. Grab that, and I think that's the last one I'm gonna put in, mostly because I don't have enough coal to actually make anymore. No reason. Actually, you know what? No reason, actually. I just feel like the two are fine. But no. I'm lying. Never mind. Ignore me, I'm being stupid. But they're grown. They're all grown. You can actually pluck the flowers and go need them. Even though I do like the turnip thing, which I wish you could eat, by the way. Again, food update. It needs to happen. Just needs to happen. But let's place them down and end off this episode. Let's see here, and I think torchflower here. Just a little bit of overgrowth, not there though. Here and there, and that's a project that's done. It's taken 2 episodes, but that's a project that's actually 100% done, which is unusual for me. I usually don't finish things like this. I feel like I should have a reputation at this point for not finishing stuff like this. But man, I love this place. This project has turned out incredible. But I think it still needs some work. I would consider it a work in progress, but very, very happy so far with the way it's come out. Okay, next time I'm actually going to be building the super smelter. That's my project next. That's the last thing I need to do before I really hit grind mode into finishing off the village, but it's going to wait for next time. I'm going to leave this one here. There's a couple videos that YouTube thinks to like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube nonsense, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye!